Hey everyone, it's Zahara Stars with Illumastrology doing another transit video, and this one is about Saturn's transit through the 10th house. Saturn is the stern, strict father. He doesn't listen to any excuses, and he's definitely about tough love. He's also the god of karma, cause and effect, law and order, and justice. He can present restrictions, blockages, and limitations. He tests the strength of the things in your life in that particular house. And if there's potential problems or weaknesses or weaker links, he brings awareness to those. He also has a way of showing us the flaws and faults and things that are wrong. Whether it's with us or with its people that are involved in our life or our job or career or situations in life, whatever it is, he gives us this new lens to look through that shows us all that's wrong, all that's not good enough. Saturn is about refinement, perfection, okay? He's about doing the right thing, and he definitely gives us higher standards. He makes us think of wanting higher standards in the area in which he transits. So Saturn is the ruler of the 10th house, and the 10th house is the father in astrology. That's why we call him the stern, strict father, because he's there to guide you, to teach you through tough love, through difficult experiences, through blockages, restrictions, through limitations, through testing the strength of you and also what you got yourself involved in. So the 10th house is your place in the world. It's your reputation. It's your career. It's your father. It's also the legacy or how others see you and the legacy that you leave behind based on your own creation or what you want to present to the outer world. It's about your public success and even fame. So Saturn transiting this house is a time where, because it's the planet of karma and justice and cause and effect as well, you can reap the rewards of your hard work put in through Saturn's transit through your whole chart till it finally reaches the 10th house. So you can see career success, but you're typically going to take on a lot more responsibility. You can get promoted. You can change careers into a higher paying position. You can take on a lot more responsibility. Okay, because Saturn is about working hard for what you get. So when he gives you the promotion or he gives you the benefits, you typically have to work pretty hard for them. But if you do, the rewards are long lasting. Saturn is also tests, and like I said, he tests the weakest links. He can test your skills in the workplace. He can make your boss a little bit more micromanaging, perhaps, difficult to work with. You can get thrown a lot of different things at work. You can feel a little overwhelmed. It all depends on if you were in the right position for you at this time in your life, whether or not you are fulfilling your heart's desire in your career and your place in the world. If you're in the wrong position, you may find this out due to the fact that the workload that you've been given is something that you cannot handle, and the fact that your boss is breathing down your shoulder, micromanaging you. You have to be careful not to get overwhelmed, and you have to stay calm during this process, and you have to say, okay, this is to refine me, to perfect my skills, to see how much I can handle, to teach me how to work with authority, to teach me how to work with people in authority, to teach me how to better manage my skills, my skill set, my day-to-day activity. Now, if by chance it's not a career that's right for you, you can end up leaving. You can end up leaving the career and finding a better career that's more in line with you. Or you can end up, in some cases, getting fired if you're not in the right position and you're not able to handle the lessons that are being thrown at you. You can end up getting fired. You can lose your job. You can get promoted. There's a lot of things that can happen. It's all based on the reality of the situation, because Saturn's going to show you that, hey, you think you can handle this job? This is what the job really entails, or do you think you can work with authority? We're going to give you a difficult boss that's going to be very Saturn-like. You messed up here, you messed up there, you didn't do this right, you didn't do that right. And you're like, you have to stay calm, and you have to say, okay, I can handle this. I can handle this. I can take this on. I can manage my responsibilities, because it will be a testing time for some of you. For some of you, you've been doing really well and you're in the right position and everything's going great. you're going to get promoted. You can see, you can see advancements, big advancements, because it's a time of karma, payback of all your hard work that you've put in. Now you're getting promoted. If you've been slacking off at your job, your boss can become much more critical, okay? If you haven't been doing a very good job, all of a sudden you notice that everybody's noticing your flaws. Saturn puts the light on flaws, whether it's you're seeing them in other people, you're working with coworkers and you're like, this person's not doing their job appropriately, or somebody else is putting the light on you and saying you're not doing your job appropriately. You haven't been, you've been showing up late. You haven't been coming on time. You can go and get a meeting with Saturn. Saturn brings you in his office and says, tick, 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 tick. And you're like, I got to straighten up. I got to do a better job. That's Saturn's approach when he transits a house. Okay. It's about karma. It's about cause and effect. It's about testing the structures that you've built, about testing your ability, about showing you the weakest links, whether it's with your boss. If you're in an unhealthy, toxic environment, he's going to show you that, where it becomes more unhealthy and more toxic. And he's like, you still haven't seen how unhealthy and toxic this environment is? Let me show you how bad it can get. So that way you actually end up leaving and going somewhere better for you. There's a lot of different ways that Saturn works with the individual, but he works with the individual to build them, to make them better, to make them more aware, to make them more conscious of their presence to the outer world, working with authority, building a legacy, building your career, finding your place in the world. All these types of things matter. You also become more conscious, aware of how you present yourself to others and the outer world. And being that Saturn is about convention and tradition, and you can become a little more traditional, a little more respectable at work. You're very aware of it. And if you're not that way, then other people can start pointing out to you your faults and flaws in order to help you improve, so that way you can get promoted, so that way you can do a better job. So depending upon where you are in your life with your career, okay, like if you're not in a good place in life, you have other outside distractions, and you're not doing a good time at your job, or you're not doing a great job, you're not doing a great job at your job. Got it out. You're not doing a great job at your job because you have other things going on in your life, relationship issues, who knows whatever can happen, that happens, then it's going to become that's the time period when your boss is going to notice, is when Saturn is transiting. You may have gotten away with it before, previous to this, or whatever, maybe you've been slacking off a little bit. This is when you want to really put in your best, efforts at your job or in your place of career. Now, because it also rolls over the father, you can have tests with your father as well. Your father can become a little more demanding, have higher expectations of you. Depends on your age range, where you are. If you're younger, you're living at home with your parents, they could push you to get a job. Your father could push you to get a job and be really strict about it. If you have a parent who's weaker and struggling, with their health, then you want to try to spend more time with them and take care of them, because that can be a trial or a tribulation, because Saturn wants you to put in your effort to all those that you care about, including your job, including your boss, including your coworkers, including your father, including your place in the world, how you treat people at your job, everything like that. So the focus is really going to become on refining and perfecting your skills at work, building a closer relationship with your father if that's necessary, or fixing any issues that you may have with your father if that applies. If not, it's a time period where you can develop a closer bond. It all depends. It'll be different for each person because of the fact that it's about cause and effect and karma. So it will be different for each of you, but you can look at positive things coming through for sure if you follow the work, if you take the lessons that are being learned, and even the harsh criticism, okay, because it's there to make you better, to refine you, to teach you maturity in the workplace, and to make you do a better job, so that way you can be, if you're not this time around getting a promotion at the end of the transit, you can, okay, and if you've been doing all the hard work, then you can definitely see rewards being paid off during this transit, where you will get promoted and you will see the results of all your hard work. So that just about covers it, I think. If I missed anything, like I said, I'll do another video, a follow-up video. I hope you guys found it helpful. And if you haven't subscribed, please do click the bell to get notified of my uploads as they come. I'm going to be doing a lot of transit videos, a lot of synastry videos as well. And if you'd like your own personal reading, you can visit my site at www.illumastrology.com for your own birth chart analysis and transits that are happening for you, because there's a lot happening. Saturn's just one of the planets that's happening for you. But otherwise, I look forward to helping any of you. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I thank you again for joining me. Until next time.